walk out the door, you see someone that you know and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Hello YouTubers and welcome to another episode of the vlogs. Today we just finished off a little bit of a tester of the central nervous system, one of the nervous systems, as you saw, just doing a 100-meter blast to see how the body is feeling. But we've got some lovely rain here just to raise the level of the water in and around the country to make it more difficult to get on the water. But it looks like the wind is dropping throughout the week, or at least enough to get on the water, so hopefully we'll get on the water soon. But today we've also got 1 minute on, 1 minute off, one of my favourite workouts. I've not done one of these in a while, so I'm going to see how fast we can go. But now, after a session, so we had a little bit of weights, post little bit of testing of the nervous system, so we have to fuel up now, because remember, food is fuel. So we're going to hop in the car, get back to the house, get cooking, get eating, and then recovery pre 1 minute on, 1 minute off. Oh yeah! And we've got our food to fuel up post weights session, post doing a little bit of erging, so we can then go and do some more erging, being fueled up and having enough energy for it. So we've got some, it's a kilo of rice day, kilo of dry rice, some sausages and some chicken. So it's about 1.5 kilos of chicken and 12 sausages, and hopefully I can eat all of that today. And we've got some delicious cake as well to eat. So maybe I'll have a little bit to add a bit of variation to the diet, because remember, variation is the key to motivation. But now, finish fueling up and then head back on the air. Oh, yeah. And we've made it on to the rowing machine after fueling up, and we're ready to go. As you can tell, we're not in the yam cave, we're in the house. Unfortunately, Charlie is feeling a little bit on the not great side, so he decided to not do these sessions and get away, so he's not trying to get me ill. But we've got 1 minute on, 1 minute off by 10, which is pretty easy to enter into the rowing machine. Right here we've got select workout. You head down to new workout, head to intervals time, set up for 1 minute already, head along to the rest time, and you're there. Then you just do 10 reps. 10 reps, 1 minute on, 1 minute off. And this is pretty much my favourite workout, or at least definitely my favourite type. Short intervals, or at least intervals with equal rest to time, because one, you get to rest. You get in between each set, have a little drink, have a little chat to the camera, have a little conversation, whether it be with yourself, with the erg, because remember, erg is bae, but it just gives you that opportunity to really find where the limits are with equal rest to work, because you should, in theory, be recovered enough to go not necessarily flat out, but very, very close. And of course, this is a very, very short one compared to the longer mileage, low intensity stuff. So this is 1 minute off, 1 minute on, 1 minute on, 1 minute off by 10. So 20 minutes or 19 minutes in the workout if you exclude that last minute of rest. But really, really short, really intense. And here's basically, it's a case of looking at split on this one. This one should be for me making sure I'll get my heart rate monitor on, making sure I'm pushing my heart rate up there. Since it's only a minute, I get to get high intensity work in, and then get my music in as well. Get a bit of Mozart playing, perhaps some Beethoven to get me through this high intensity work. But let's get straight on to attempting to do this. Oh yeah. And we went out quite hard, slowing down a bit, just trying to hold on now. Heart rate quite high, quite high, breathing fast. Now trying to just make sure there's not too much of a slowdown. Let's get back in the rep. And that is the workout complete. Nice and short. 1 minutes with 1 minute rest. In between each 1 minute. Let's see the average. As you can see, did the first one a little bit lower, and I thought, I've got this, I can hold that split. So then the next two, I pushed on from 25 to 24s, and then after two, I regretted my decision, and then slowed down and slowed down. So the average 26.1 was faster than sort of the aim that I had in my head. And just that with any workout, yeah, this is one of my favorite types of workouts. So I went at it from the start. It's just hard. So even on those ones where you're thinking, I've done this before, it's one of my favorite ones, I know what to expect, you can still blow your doors off. And it was good to, even when I'm slowing down and blowing my doors off, that's one of the reasons, another reason wearing the heart rate monitor, I can see that. So yes, I'm maybe going a split or two slower, but my heart rate's either the same or higher. So it means I'm still working hard. Just means that I'm fatigued and the muscles aren't contracting as hard. So getting in the right zone still, even if I was slowing down towards the end, and then a little bit of a speed up in the last couple, but still a tough one. And it sounds like not a lot of work, which is what I was saying at the start, before the workout. It's a short one, it's only 1 minutes. But it's still 1 minutes. It's still 10 lots of, for me, 30, average 35 rate, 10 lots of 35 strokes at high power. So can still sting. So now, as always, after any session, we've got to fuel up. Even the high intensity ones, even the low intensity ones. So we've got to fuel up, recover, chill out, maybe play with Yam a little bit. And we've got a lower intensity workout this evening. But let me know in the comments below what your favourite workout is, whether that's like we did just before weights this morning, the 100 meters. It's such a short distance to do that you can do that before a session, not necessarily after a session, because it does require that little bit of sharpness, but it doesn't actually take that much energy to do because it's only a short piece, but it can sort of tell you what you're doing. Of course, if you did multiple hundreds, it's a whole different story, but maybe you're one for those long workouts, the 2 hours, the marathons, the ultra marathons on the rowing machine, whatever it is. Let me know in the comments below what your favourite workout is. Like I said, mine, not necessarily the 1 minute on, 1 minute off, but intervals where you have equal work to rest. Even the ones where you have more rest to work, it just means that you get to go and yam on it all day long, or at least that's the idea once you get used to the right split in the workouts themselves. But now, I'm gonna catch my breath, recover, and have a bit of food. Oh, yeah. And we've got some more rice, chicken and sausage to fuel up post-session on the rowing machine, post-recovery, post-catching the breath as Yam. As Yam wants to play with some of his toys. So we're going to do that for the rest of the night as a training session rather than a few hours on the rowing machine. But hopefully you enjoyed experiencing blowing my doors off with me. And again, let me know in the comments below what you think or what your favourite workout is. And as always, Yam Squad, I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. And remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like button. And have a good one.